called and an email about what happened, and to really shine. You can see what happened in his wake. Was at least over 2,500 people there. If you saw Queens Boulevard, Service Road ever get closed down because people were standing in the street really. You know what tribute, what kind of person he was. Every place and any time we met, anything that we needed in this community, he never said no. He said, we'll try our best, and normally he delivered. And the community lost a big supporter, a big pillar of the community. The way we are now is only because what he did for us for so many years. When he was chief of staff or he was an elected official. But I will try to remember the good times we had together and the late night talks and everything, but you know, it's still not going to bring it back, whatever we do. That's why I didn't bring the notes, because it doesn't pay. I can be here from today until probably Christmas time. And that's not about this. That's about, remember, a good friend of the community, a good supporter, and he really helped to put us on a map. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simcha. At this time, I would like to invite Senator Joseph Adabo, Jr.
Thank you, Wendy. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank the Richmond Hill Block Association, Wendy, Simca, for doing this, every year. It's a great community event, and I thank them all. And I want to congratulate the honorees, the Color Guard, John Brown, ROTC. We thank them for their service, but I'm of the opinion every day is Veterans Day, so we thank all our veterans who are here with us today. How about a round of applause for our veterans? I truly think that Lou, who gave the invocation, couldn't have said it better. When we talk about a community and being a community of the world, we live in the most diverse borough in the universe. We live in the most diverse borough in the world. And look at us today, every background, every age, we come together for what is a great community. Community made up of, community leaders and great people from, again, all backgrounds. I see the NYPD here today, all members of the NYPD, thanks for being here and thanks for what you do. And as we work together hello Nicole, we work together to form a great community that is so diverse. So again, it's great to be blessed to be an elected official of a great community. And as an elected official, we work with great people, like our Assembly Member Mike Miller, Assembly Member Nicole Maliatakis, Council Member Eric Ulrich. We work with great people, including Assembly Member Mike Simanowicz. I will miss him dearly. It was an honor to work with him, and I'm so thankful that this block association made it a part of their ceremony today. So I want to say thank you very much for the honor of being your state senator. Thank you very much. Enjoy this great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Adabo. I'd like to invite Assemblyman Michael Miller.
Thank you, Wendy. Good afternoon, everyone. I never thought I'd be here today talking about my friend Mike Simanowicz. I was fortunate enough to serve with Mike for 8 years in the Assembly. Mike was a leader of our Assembly, of our conference. He was a funny guy in his own way, very dry sense of humor. And he'd be very quiet and take a lot of stuff. But when he reached that point, you got to run away because he exploded and that was it. But in the 8 years that he was there, Mike was able to get to the level to become the chairman of our Democratic Conference. Of 108 Democrats in the Assembly, he was the chair of the conference. And it's because the people in the conference saw what we had, knew we had a leader, and we wanted him to represent us in that conference. We have a speaker, he represents the Assembly, but Mike represented us in that conference. And we sat across from each other in the chamber. I sat on one side, he sat on the other side. And for a lot of times with some of the stuff that went on and the debates that went on, we'd just be sitting there going like this to each other, back and forth, like sign language, talking to each other, like what's going on. But that was the kind of guy he was. And so I was very fortunate in my life to know Mike Simanowitz, and our conference is going to miss him. The assembly is going to miss him. The people of the district are going to miss him. Because if you needed something, you went to him, he got it done. And so, for my friend Mike, we're going to miss you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Another good friend of Assemblyman Michael Simanowitz is Assemblywoman Nicole Miliatakis. Would you...
Good morning, everyone. I'm Assemblymember Nicole Miliatakis. I represent Staten Island and Brooklyn. I wanted to come today to also say great things about my colleague, Michael Simanowitz. And although we were from opposite sides of the party, of the aisle, Michael was somebody who worked with everyone to do what was best for his constituents and for the people in the state of New York. And what I will always remember about him is his wonderful sense of humor. He always made us laugh, especially when we were there 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, still debating and discussing legislation. He always had a way about him to put a smile on our face, and we're going to miss him tremendously in the Assembly. But I want you to know that he was someone who really always put his community first and always spoke so highly of his district that he represented, and he was really someone that we're going to miss greatly. And I want to thank you for having me here today to share this moment with all of you.
Thank you very much. At this time, we would like to give out a few awards to people that have been very helpful to the Richmond Hill Block Association and the community throughout the year. If Senior Master Sergeant Harold Colbert from John Bown High School can please come to the stage. Hey, Sarge. All right, John Bown High School. You've seen their work with the color guard. You'll be seeing their work with a wonderful prisoner of war missing in action ceremony at the end of this honor ceremony. But what they do is they collect an incredible amount of food around Thanksgiving time. Thousands and thousands of items are collected by his cadets, and what we do is we distribute them to the local pantries in the area. So it not only helps because you collect so much, it not only helps for Thanksgiving, it also helps in the future when the people are having trouble and have to go back to the pantry. Another thing that they do is they do a wonderful job with the toy drive, and those toys go to needy families in the area so that they can have a nice holiday season. So to honor your outstanding service in the community, I would like to present this special honor award to you, Sergeant Colbert. I don't know if my hands did it.
You got it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Senator, Assemblyman, Assemblywoman, to include the councilman. It brings me great pleasure to be here today at the Richmond Hill Block Association. The toy drive, along with the food drive, been a very, very success since 2005. It served over 1,000 families. But one of the things you don't know there, Wendy, last year,
out of 891 Air Force Junior ROTC establishments, 45 Air Force Junior ROTC got picked for the Community Service Award around this world. And John Brown High School, NY-20051, was one of the 45. My point is, if it wasn't for the Richmond Hill Block Association with the toy drive, along with the food drive, we would have never won that award. So I want to thank you, Miss Wendy Brown, for partnering up with John Brown High School cadets along with the John Adams cadets. Now, that's all we got to do now is just get one more school so we can go ahead and make a bigger impact for the 2017-2018 school year. Thank you very much.
You weren't here last year.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know what that is.
I should say something else, right?
You know what?
Yes,
John
ma'am.
Brown.
I'll take something over so we
I
can
don't mind. Oh, okay, yeah. Please do that.
thank you.
All right, thank you. And as Sergeant Colbert said, John Adams High School Air Force ROTC is very helpful. They're actually like in a competition. That's why they're so successful, because they want to see which school is going to bring the most in for our community people in need. So that's great. And I also want to commend the John Adams High School ROTC. Their cadets are around and they've been helping us out a lot with a lot of the work that needs to be done for this park fair. I just want to duly note our exemplary community business, Eagle Taekwondo Academy, who also help out with a lot of different events that we have. Unfortunately, they were unable to attend the park fair this year, but I just want to put it out there. Oh, here's a few. Is Pedro Vaca here? No, he's not here? Okay, so if these wonderful kids from the Eagle Taekwondo Academy would be so good as to accept this exemplary community business award for Eagle Taekwondo Academy, and it is to honor the outstanding service in the community. So if you guys could get this to your sensei, that would be great. Okay, do you want to hold it? Okay, now we would like to do our police awards. I'd like to invite Police Officer Jose Severino from the 102 Precinct Community Affairs and Police Officer Edwin Martinez from the 102 Precinct Community Affairs. This is to honor your service in the community. Thank you very much for all that you do. On to you. If you'd like to say a few words.
I would just like to quickly thank the Richmond Hill Block Association for this award, for this honor, for the recognition. Thank you so much. I look forward to continuing to work with the Richmond Hill Block Association to address the needs of this community. And again, thank you.
Well, thank you. I'd like to also thank the Richmond Hill Block Association, Wendy, Simca, Paul, everyone here, the Senator, Assemblyman, Assemblywoman, and also all the work that the men and women of the 102 Precinct do. Everything we do is just a combination of our work together, so we do it together for the community. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Hey, LT. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, guys, we couldn't commend everybody, but thank you to the 102 precinct who is here today. At this time, I'd like to invite John Bown High School, Air Force Junior ROTC.
One second. Before, we have one more award.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. This is a very different award. This is called the Long Overdue Recognition Award. And it's going to Wendy because she has just done an amazing job. That's all I can say. All these park fairs, I'm going to tell you, we all used to work them together and do a lot of the work, each one of us. But the last couple of years, Wendy has done, I would say, 85 to 90% of all the work that needs to be done on these park fairs. And she's just amazing. She decorates, she goes in and decorates, she does the flyers, she does everything. So we never really recognized her before, I don't think. Did you ever receive an award? I don't think so. So this is a long overdue, don't you think? So this is for Wendy. Well, this is from the Board of Directors, not only you.
Well, thank you, Joan, and the rest of the Richmond Hill Block Association Board of Directors. It is a team effort, though. We all play our part in accomplishing what we do for this community. Thank you. So I would like to invite John Bown High School, Air Force ROTC, to do the Prisoner of War Missing in Action ceremony.
of setting a separate table in honor of our prisoners of war and missing comrades has been in place since the Vietnam War. The manner in which this table is decorated of full special symbols to help us remember our brothers and sisters in arms. The POW MIA table is smaller than the others, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or her oppressors. This table is separate from the others and can be set 1 to 4 place settings to represent each service participating in the event. Let us remember the United States Army, honored by Cadet First Lieutenant Artem Sidrov. Let us remember the United States Marine Corps, honored by Cadet Staff Sergeant Jason Lopez. Let us remember the United States Navy, honored by Cadet Technical Sergeant Nabu Barua. Let us remember the United States Air Force, honored by Cadet Second Lieutenant John Pierre Hubie. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the center of our gathering. You may have noticed the table is set before you. It is filled with symbolism. This table is set for our prisoners of war and those missing in action. They are not with us here today. These chairs are empty, but saved for their hoped return. Let us remember their absence. The table itself is round to show our concern for them is never ending. The white tablecloth draped over the table represents the purity of their response to our country's call to arms. The Bible represents faith in higher power and the pledge to our country, founded as one nation under God. The black napkin stands for the emptiness these warriors have left in the hearts of their families and friends. A purple heart medal can be pinned to the napkin. The single red rose reminds us of their families and loved ones. The red ribbon represents the love for our country, which inspired them to answer the nation's call. The white candle, it is lit. Its yellow ribbon symbolizes the everlasting hope for a joyous reunion with those yet accounted for. The slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of their bitter fate. The salt upon the plate represents the tears of their families. The wine glass, turned upside down, reminds us that our distinguished comrades cannot be with us to drink a toast or join in on the festivities. The significance of the POW MIA table is called to attention during the time of war. This is an important part of many military ceremonies, to remind us that the strength of those who fight for our country oftentimes rests in the traditions that are upheld today. As we celebrate the memorial holiday, please take the time to reflect on why that small, lone table is there for our fallen comrades. concludes our POW MIA ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I see in the distance our councilman, Eric Ulrich. Please come to the stage and join us. Come. You gotta go this way. Thank you, Councilman Eric Ulrich, for coming today. Please say a few words.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, what a spectacular day for Richmond Hill. Another fantastic street fair. I want to thank the Block Association and all the merchants and local businesses and community groups and my fellow elected officials for supporting this community and working with me to improve the quality of life here. This has been going on for a very long time. But recently, as you know, we lost one of those partners, a very dear friend to this community and a very good friend of mine personally, our former Assemblyman Michael Simanowicz, who tragically died very young, leaving a family behind. He was a superb public servant who raised the bar for the rest of us to serve the people of this community. He was a man of enormous integrity and commitment to public service, and I miss him personally. I know he's looking down from heaven. He's with the Lord now, and he is still with us, and we keep his memory alive in the good deeds that we do and the good work that we do. So we pray for Michael, we pray for his family. We also pray for our fallen service members. I know we had the POW MIA ceremony. Yesterday was National POW MIA Day. We remember the thousands and thousands of men and women who were taken prisoner of war or killed in action and never came home, fighting for the greatest country that God ever created on the face of the earth so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have today. So we are deeply, deeply appreciative to the men and women of our military who have served and those who are serving now. Thank you for what you do to make America great. Thank you very much.
All right, that concludes our honor ceremony. I'd like to just invite you to come up and see this photo collage of the different wonderful things that Assemblyman Michael Simanowicz did throughout the years. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Right?